Ready?
Yeah, all right, guys, quiet on set.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, I'm Mike Massey, and what I'm going to do is, since we're in a pool room, this is a good time, billiards here, I'm going to do about 5 pool playing songs. Most of them I wrote 4 of them, there's one I didn't write. And country music, Ernest Tubb, I think said one time that country music is 3 chords and the truth. So that's what my songs are, 3 chords and the truth. I'm a storyteller, so I hope you enjoy my song. We're going to start off with a song called In Heaven It's Impossible to Lose. Steve Mullinax and I wrote this 1979, first time I ever recorded a song in the studio. And I've recorded this song about four times, so we're going to do it again right now. I needed to escape hustle of the barroom, lifestyle I'd built, killing me. Everybody knew how good I was at pool, but the game was all they could see. One night I closed my eyes, I thought that I was dying. In my dreams I found the open door. I finally entered in, forgiven of my sin, higher than I'd ever been before. I came upon a city, it glistened like the morning, a million millionaires can't compare. Now everybody kind of smiled when I asked about a pool room. An angel took my hand and led me there. There were thousands of tables. I found that I was able to make any shot I would choose. We had to take turns, and very soon I learned in heaven it's impossible to lose. There were no neon lights, ain't nobody picking fights. Hey, that jukebox ain't gonna ever play the blues. Nobody plays the bet, ain't nobody getting in debt, 'cause in heaven it's impossible to lose. I must have looked surprised. I saw friends that died. Yeah, old Charlie now, he was from the Folsom prison cell. Meanest man there, he fried in a chair. I surely thought his soul was bound for hell. He told me that the keeper of the city had forgiven him. His whole life had passed away. Said I had to leave, but if I would truly believe, someday I can come again and stay. There were no neon lights, ain't nobody picking fights. Hey, that jukebox ain't gonna ever play the blues. Nobody placed the bet, ain't nobody getting in debt, 'cause in heaven it's impossible to lose. In heaven it's impossible to lose. That's one of the first songs I recorded, and I love this song. Just think about the thief on the cross. He looks at Jesus, and Jesus says, "From this day forth I shall know you in paradise." Apostle Paul was carried up into the third heavens. You've heard a lot of people that's been out-of-body experiences and everything, and that's kind of like what this is. It's kind of like an out-of-body experience. You in heaven, and you see all these tables, because I'm a pool player. I see all these tables, and everybody just smiling. Nobody trying to beat anybody. We're just having fun. There ain't no drinking. There ain't no drugs. There ain't no F words. There ain't none of that stuff. No gambling. Nobody's getting in debt. And that's where it's going to be, see. It's going to be all just in harmony when we get to heaven. Praise you, Jesus. Okay, this next song is, I used to be a pool hustler. Everybody knows, if you read. And I was a hardcore hustler. I've been locked up in rooms. People come and make guns, knives. I was robbed many times, jail 6 times. Went through a lot. Run over by a car 3 times. I could go on and on and on. But when I was on that road hustling pool, deep down inside me, you know, it was like, wouldn't it be great to have a home and a sweet, loving wife? And deep down inside most of us, we would rather have a home and a sweet, loving wife, you know. But we get in that trap sometimes, and I was in a trap, and it was hard to get out. And but Jesus brought me out of it. And sometimes the old flesh tries to get back there, but I keep looking at Him. And this is a song I wrote not too long ago, and it's called Pool Hustler's Dream. Now, most people think when a pool hustler's dream is making that big score, you know, winning that money and everything. But that's not the pool hustler's dream. I'm going to tell you what the pool hustler's dream is. As it stands there watching those bright color spheres roll around the table till they disappear, and someone pacing for sinking the 9 says you got lucky, but it's all in his mind. He hustles the pool rooms, he hustles the bars, got a pocket full of money, he drives a fine car. Been hustling pool now most of his life, says he'd rather have a home and a sweet loving wife. Now he's not like most hustlers, you'll never see him broke. When the stakes are high, you'll never see him choke. Got nerves of steel, he thinks he's got it all down. He knows when to quit and when to leave the town. He hustled the pool rooms, he hustled the bars, got a pocket full of money, he drives a fine car. Been hustling the pool now most of his life, says he'd rather have a home and a sweet loving wife. Now he got his first pool cue, he was only 13. He's old and gray now, but still playing the green. Yeah, most people, they think that he's living the dream, but he'd tell y'all folks that it's not what it seems. He hustled the pool rooms, he hustled the bars, got a pocket full of money, he drives a fine car. Been hustling the pool now most of his life, says he'd rather have a home and a sweet loving wife. Yeah, he'd rather have a home and a sweet loving wife. That's the pool hustler's dream. The next song is a song, I did a movie in 1983 with Johnny Cash. I know we got a lot of Johnny Cash fans out there. I actually helped write the screenplay. It was a movie, it was a CBS movie of the week. And Johnny had a hit song called The Baron and the Kid. It was about a pool player. And I got with the writer that came to me and I helped the writer write the screenplay. He didn't know anything about pool. And I was a technical advisor and I had a small role in it. And they actually let me go out in Atlanta and get all the pool players and stuff to be in the scenes and everything. And that was one of the highlights of my career because I was a big Johnny Cash fan myself. And, you know, Johnny was a great storyteller. And but this song, it's a great song. If you get a chance, you can still watch the movie. It's on YouTube. And it's called The Baron and the Kid. And I think a lot of people can relate to this song here. It's really a great song. And I I can't do it like Johnny, but I can get close. As he walked into the pool room, you could tell he didn't fit in his handmade boots and custom suit and pearl handle shooting stick. Well, tonight there'd be a showdown, and everyone's gonna know who shoots the meanest game around, Baron or Billy Joe. Well, Billy Joe looked edgy, about to lose his cool, but the Baron's hands were steady as the two began their duel. Yeah, he was like a general on the battlefield of slate, and he'd say to Billy Joe each time he sunk the 8. Well, I wish I had known you when you were a little younger. Around me you might have learned a thing or two. If I had known you longer, you might be a little stronger, and maybe you shoot straighter than you do. Now Billy Joe, he was busted, but he hadn't felt the sting. From the far end of the table, he threw his mother's wedding ring. He said, you won my money, but that's not gonna do the trick. And I'll bet this ring on one more game against your fancy stick. Now the Baron's eyes got foggy as the ring rolled on the felt. He almost doubled over like this hit below the belt. Yeah, 20 years ago, it was a ring that his wife had worn, and he didn't know before he left that a son would soon be born. Well, it sounded just like thunder when the Baron shot the break, but it quickly grew quieter as he lined up for the 8. Then a warm hand touched his fingers and it chilled him to the bone when he turned and saw the woman who had loved him for so long. Yet the game was never finished. 8 ball never fell. The Baron, he just picked it up and placed it on a shelf. Then he placed the ring in the hands that held him long ago, and he tossed that fancy shooting stick to his son, Billy Joe. And he said, well, I wish I had known you when you were a little younger. Round me you might have learned a thing or two. If I had known you longer, you might be a little stronger, and maybe you'd shoot straighter than you do. Isn't that a great song? I love that song. Johnny, it was, I think, it didn't make it to the #1 on the charts, but it, you know, he had 19 #1 hits, but it made a good movie. This next song is a song I wrote. I think a lot of pool players can really relate to this song. And a lot of people ask me if it's about Louie Roberts. You know, all the old timers know about Louie, St. Louie, great pool player, very charismatic. And you can still hear, go St. Louis, go, you know. And this song, though, is, it's called Louie and the Preacher. And it's kind of like a testimonial type song. And I think any pool player that's accepted Jesus and got saved, I know they can relate to this song, you know. And so we're going to try this. This is Louie and the Preacher. Now Louie was a pool shark. He roamed from town to town, searching for the ones that lived by the queue. Like the gunfighters long ago, he wanted them to know that he was the best they ever knew. Hard living, he did it well. His game began to tell. His pool balls wobbled before they would drop. All the booze and drugs he'd take, it made his body shake, and he knew so well that he had better stop. Louie found him a preacher man that taught him the word on life and how to make a little light shine. Now he don't drink and smoke, pop no pills or snort no coke. He just does a little praying on the side. First thing he told him was, son, you better slow on down now. Your goals, they've been made to vain strife. Yeah, listen to what I say, and you don't have to pay, and I guarantee you a brand new life. That fortune and fame, it'll give you a big name, but you know that heaven should be your ultimate goal. So love your sisters and brothers, have charity for each other, cause that's the best medicine for your soul. Louie found him a preacher man that taught him the word on life and how to make a little light shine. Now he don't drink and smoke, pop no pills or snort no coke. He just does a little praying on the side. Now when he puts that cue together, he chalks that tip of leather. He cleans the table almost every time. He never dogs a shot. He's like a pool-playing robot with a computerized radar for his mind. He's got a smiling face, he moves with style and grace. He's like an angel from the promised land. Each and every Sunday morn, you'll see his tall dark form, strolling with the Bible in his hand. Louie found him a preacher man that taught him the word on life, how to make a little light shine. Well, he don't drink and smoke, pop no pills, snort no coke. He just does a little praying on the side. He just does a little praying on the side. Okay, this song is called Sharpie, because I always usually carry a Sharpie and a cue. I'm always signing cue balls or cue sticks. Now, a friend of mine, Larry King, good songwriter in Nashville, Tennessee, was the co-writer of this song. And we sat down one day, and he's very good at coming up with the right lines and everything. But this is called Sharpie and a cue. You know, people call me a legend. They put me in the billiards Hall of Fame. Pictures hanging on the wall with the greatest to play the game. Seems like people stop and want to talk to me all the time. With a Sharpie and a cue, they want me to sign. Now, if Jesus was here today, what would he do? If someone handed him a Sharpie and asked him to sign their cue. When Jesus healed the blind man in Jerusalem that day, did they ask him for his autograph before he walked away? When Jesus healed a cripple that was crying out in pain, did he hand Jesus a Sharpie and ask him to sign his name? Yeah, I walk through this world with a cue stick in my hand, talking about my Savior that died and rose again. Greatest satisfaction, not from the autographs that I sign, is when I put Jesus loves us always in front of mine. When Jesus healed the blind man in Jerusalem that day, did they ask him for his autograph before he walked away? When Jesus healed the cripple that was crying out in pain, did they hand Jesus a Sharpie and ask him to sign his name? Now Jesus turned the water into wine, took the darkness from the blind. And if no one asked him for an autograph, why do they ask me for mine? Thank you very much. We go back a long time, yeah.
You sound good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I love the music, music's powerful, That's how I get rid of those demons and stuff. At times when the darkness comes up on my mind and all those things, I get my guitar out and I start praising Jesus, and they got to leave.
That's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.